Hey guys, welcome back. So it's time to talk about Dogecoin. As of right now, it's the 6th largest cryptocurrency in the world. And so far this year, it's outperforming Bitcoin, it's outperforming Ethereum, and it's outperforming, well, pretty much nearly every major cryptocurrency. In fact, in just the last 4 months, it's gone up almost 4,000%. In 4 months. So I think the question that people want to know is this a legitimate investment opportunity or just a fad? So in this video, you are going to learn everything you need to know about Dogecoin. You will know how it got started, who actually created it. We'll look at the 3 reasons as to why it's so successful. And then we'll look at how high can this thing go, and is this a legitimate investment opportunity? As always, if you do find anything useful in the video, be sure to drop a like, as that's always very much appreciated. Okay, first up, what exactly is Dogecoin? Let's take a quick snapshot look. So this coin was launched in 2013, and the dog is a Japanese hunting dog, a Shiba Inu, and it was co-founded by an IBM software engineer, Billy Marcus, and also an Adobe software engineer, Jackson Palmer, and it's based off Litecoin's proof of work protocol. And this thing was massively successful right from day one. Just in the first 3 days, it had tripled in price. In the first month, they'd had over 1 million views to their website. Then in January this year, it had jumped up 800% in a day. And then just last week, it had another 500% increase. And it's currently valued between $40 and $50 billion. Now, one of the problems we have these days is that there's so much noise and hype and opinions all flying around, it's really hard to know who to listen to. So whenever possible, I like to avoid all the hype and go directly to the source. So I went straight to the horse's mouth and I found a clip from one of the co-founders. So you too can hear it directly from the source. So what exactly is Dogecoin and how did it all get started? Well, take a look.
Let's get to the heart of this. So you started Dogecoin as a joke on Shiba Inu memes. I remember those flying around there. Much funny, very crazy.
Wow.
No, that's not what actually. But you know, why did you start this first of all?
Yeah, so I was really fascinated by cryptocurrency markets back in 2013. Late 2013 was when we saw Bitcoin for the first time really go from $1 up to $1,000 in the space of a couple of weeks. And so I was kind of getting caught up in the mania, the addiction of checking the price every day. And I noticed that a new altcoin was kind of coming on the scene. An altcoin is just an alternative cryptocurrency, and they were always something coin prefixed with something. So at the same time, I was into the funny Shiba Inu Doge meme, that dog looking at a camera, and I just put 2 and 2 together one day while I was sitting down back in Sydney, Australia with a beer and said, I'm going to invest in Dogecoin. I think that's the next big thing. And it just, next thing it went viral on Twitter.
Yeah, and here we are just on January 7th. Dogecoin actually hit a market cap of $2 billion.
So some key points. This guy was a software developer and Bitcoin was beginning to take off. He was into all the Shiba Inu memes that were flying around at the time, and he basically put the 2 together as a joke, and it went viral. And I don't know if you caught it at the end, but the interviewer said, and it's now worth $2 billion. Well, just so you know, as of today, Dogecoin is worth $40 to $50 billion. That's 2,400% higher than when he was interviewed just there. And to give some perspective, that's the size of Honda, the car company, or Twitter. So it's getting to be a serious size. Okay, so that's what Dogecoin is and how it got started. Now let's try to uncover how on earth it's managed to become so successful. And I have put it down to 3 main reasons. Check it out. First up is the Shiba Inu meme. And I mean, come on, it is funny. And what is that look that it has on its face? You have to admit, it is funny, right? And for me, that is what Dogecoin is all about. It's fun, it's silly, and it makes people smile. Now let's be honest, with the pandemic, 2020 and 2021 has hardly been a barrel of laughs. Then something comes along, it puts a little smile on people's faces, and it doesn't take itself too seriously. That is Dogecoin. Okay, let me see if I can release the power of the Doge and get you to crack a smile, as this dog meme seems to be able to be put on anything. Okay, first up, Snoop Doge. Did you smile? Okay, how about this one? Scrooge McDoge. Did I get you? Okay, how about this? This cool looking business Doge. Would you trust this guy? It's funny, right? And for me, this is what Dogecoin is all about. It just puts a smile on people's faces. Okay, on to reason 2. And this is something that the big corporations have been capitalizing on for decades. Check it out. There is something very powerful about connecting with a memorable character, and adverts have been doing this for years. Here in the UK, we all grew up with the Honey Monster on our breakfast cereal. Everyone here probably knows the memorable face of Ronald McDonald. Who here knows Tony the Tiger? Or how about the Geico Gecko? And there are dozens and dozens of others. And why do they do this? It's because it works. It gets you to remember their product. Now, did you know as of right now, there are over 9,000 different cryptocurrencies all competing for your attention? And how many of them do you actually remember? Very few, right? But which one is starting to burn a place in your memory? Exactly, right? Okay, and the final reason is one thing that has supercharged this entire thing. So, what does every successful meme need to make it world famous? That's right, the world's most successful entrepreneur and soon to be world richest man, Elon Musk. Elon has been putting out tweet after tweet over the last couple of months, and every time he tweets one out, the price begins to skyrocket. And it all started with this one word, Dogecoin. And it's been slowly building and building. We've had the Pope one. Remember the film The Titanic? The next one was the one that I burst out laughing to when I first saw it. I just thought, this is getting ridiculous. But then the lead singer of Kiss came out and decided to get in on the fun. And just when you think things can't get worse, Snoop Dogg decided to join the party. So this then just leaves the questions. Where is the price going from here, and is this a good investment opportunity? So right now the market cap is about 40 to 50 billion, but as the price increases, it does become more difficult to manipulate and push up the price. Right now, the big narrative going around is getting Dogecoin to the $1 mark, which is approximately triple from today's price. So let's do the short term and the long term. As with all investing, it comes down to probability. Is it possible that Dogecoin could get to $1 relatively soon? Well, based on what it's recently done, you'd have to say yes. However, is it probable? Well, I would have to say it's probably 50-50. For me, it's just as likely to crash 80% than it is to go to $1. Meaning that this is a gamble. I mean, just check out this price chart. So you can see we had this really big run up here, then this huge price jump. Hey, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. And have you ever seen a chart like this before? Pretty much a complete flat line, and then all of a sudden a sheer vertical jump. And this even puts Bitcoin to shame. And even if we look at it through a log chart, yes, it's not quite as dramatic, but still, when something has this sheer vertical jump, Historically, it's never been the best time to begin buying in. For me, this is just as likely to crash down than it is to jump up to the $1 mark. So for me, a 50% chance of success just isn't good enough odds for me to invest. Now, if the price does come crashing down, I would become more tempted to get in on the party. But this would be a very small amount of money. So that's Doge getting to the $1 mark in the short term. What about the long term? Well, once you actually take a closer look and do some due diligence, you actually find out the coin is massively inflationary. It hasn't had any serious development on it for a number of years. It is built on the older protocol of proof of work, and there could be a real issue of only a few people owning most of the tokens. But that's just my findings. Again, let's hear from the co-founder of Dogecoin and where he thinks the price is going. Check it out.
I think that's what we've been seeing a lot lately. I think we've been seeing a lot of what I like to call kind of blind investing. And what's happening is people are having this FOMO, this fear of missing out. They're throwing a large sum of money into something, and they're not doing the due diligence until after the fact. I haven't really been involved closely with Dogecoin for a couple of years now, mostly because it started as a joke, and I think it's important that it stays that way. For me now, I really think of Dogecoin as kind of my barometer for how much Bitcoin mania and crypto mania has kind of taken hold, and how much kind of, dumb money is flowing into the space. If a coin that hasn't had development in multiple years can go up to $2 billion, then it's really a sign of the times, and I think that's something that a lot of more people should be paying attention to. It's hard to say whether the bubble can keep growing versus whether it'll pop. I think ultimately it is a case of when, but that's not to say that the thing couldn't grow another 10x before the end of the year, and so it's really to be seen. Personally, I think what we're going to start to see is what I said earlier, with people starting to do due diligence on this stuff that they're investing in, and as they do that, they're going to start to say, oh no, I put my money into something that either has scaling issues, has problems from a technical standpoint. Maybe that wasn't such a good investment, and I think that's actually what we're starting to see right now.
So even the co-founder is not that bullish on his own product. So for me, to sum everything up, I am a fan of Dogecoin. I think it's fun, I think it's silly, and it does make me laugh. Just the fact that it's even done this well makes me laugh. It combines the power of a funny meme, a memorable character, and it has the world's most successful entrepreneur giving it constant exposure. Could it get to $1 pretty soon? I think it could. I think if you wanted to put a small amount of money in, then that would probably be fine. Is it something that you should put a large amount of money in? I would say definitely not, as it's only fun until people begin losing money. And I think unless we continue to see major players or celebrity beginning to get involved and taking it up to the next level, I do think it will begin to fizzle out. It does remind me a little bit of what just happened with GameStop. And for me, this is not in the same league as Bitcoin or Ethereum. But then this crazy dog has surprised people so far, so who knows? So there you are, guys. Hope you found this useful. In fact, just one favor to ask. If you did find anything useful in the video, be sure to drop a like, as that's always very much appreciated. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, I invite you to click below and join us. I do have some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. Okay, cheers guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.